method. Good morning, good night, good afternoon, whatever time you're watching this video. Hello to everybody, right? Say hello in the comments, bro. So we use the RSI, which is at default, and the CCI, which is at default. We make our trade at the purchase deadline, the last 5 seconds. Our candle times is set at every 5 seconds, and we wait to trade, right? I wouldn't be cutting this video, and I will be speaking along the way, trying to educate your mind, not just on trading but also on life, right? This is trading session 6, and there's other videos. So we buy here for $1, right? We use, even though we have 10,000, we're still trading extremely low, right? We're using this. If one loses, we'll do 3. If 3 loses, we'll do 6. If 6 loses, we'll do 13. If 13 loses, we'll do 27. 27 loses, we'll do 58. 58 loses, we'll do 123. 123 loses, we'll do 261. 261 loses, we'll do 553, and so on and so forth, right? And we wait. One loses, we have 3 set up to go. And there's other videos, and there's the other videos before. It's currently 3 a.m. This method works regardless of the time, regardless of the currency pair, regardless. The best times to trade it though are from 8 to 11 in the morning, but we trade at any time to show you that this method works regardless of time you trade or when you trade. We trade for 1 hour, so I wouldn't fully trade for 1 hour for the sake of the video. I might trade for 30-40 minutes, right? So the first, we started at 2:59, or we started at 3 o'clock technically, so we'll end at either 3:30 or 4 a.m., right? And we wait. This trade will win. And even though it loses, we trade to continue. And we wait. So we sell here for 6. 6 loses, we do 13. We sell because the RSI is down under the 50%, so halfway line. Over the halfway line up, under the halfway line down. The CCI was also under the 0, which is down, up, down. Simple, I sell. Bull, bear. Bull is up, bears are down, because bull strike their hands up, bears strike their claws down. Simply put, bull markets and bear markets. This is currently it was a bull market. Well, I would technically still call it a bull market because it's going up, but you see from here it's coming down, bearish. It's a bearish trend. So yeah, you see that trade won, and even though that trade won, we go back down to $1, right? So 136, you saw that we had a losing streak. Well, I want you to see everything as a winning streak. Don't feed your mind with negativity. Sell here for $1, right? And then we go 3. You feed your mind with positivity. This isn't a losing streak. This is a rally to win. Like when you play tennis or table tennis, you don't just expect to serve and get the point. No, you serve, and then the opposition plays back, and then you play back, and then you hit back, and then it's a matter of who could last the longest, right? Who could rally the longest, and this is what this is, a rally, right? A rally, a big rally, and the more money you have is the easier it is for you to trade. But don't think that trading is as easy as, putting $100 on an account and then getting wealthy off of that. No, that's not what it is. You need to actually have some sort of money, some sort of, wealth in order to trade. You can't just decide to trade and, you know, so yeah. We'll trade slowly but surely, 1 minute at a so 1 second at a time, 1 minute at a time, 1 hour at a time, 1 day at a time, right? Slowly but surely. 1 month at a time, 1 year at a time, one decade at a time, 1 century at a time, 1 millennium at a time. We're gonna live forever, baby. This is infinity. 91%, and you see that we have good profit time, so the winds are very beautiful this morning. 3 a.m. trading 3 a.m. If you it's good, it's sweet, it's very sweet and beautiful. Alright, so 13, 12, 11. Buy here for $1. You wait patiently. I'm not cutting this video, and even though you hear crickets in the back, the quality does not determine the quality of the video, and the audio does not determine the quality of this trading method, right? The trading method is very beautiful and very amazing. What you need to do is do exactly what I say, and you will have the best trading method on the planet. So have a large amount of money, right? I don't know if you could see how I lose, then you would understand that you wouldn't need the full 10,000, but you will need a large sum of money. Let's say $1,000 to start off. And you cannot start off with 100 because it will literally blow it in, like, let's say 7 losses. Yes, 7, as you can see here. This is 123. If you only have $100, you'll only be able to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rally for 6. And this isn't even 6 because 27 and 1 is 30 and then 40 and that's 50. So you would only be able to rally for 5, and that's not okay. You need to be able to withstand the market and withstand the market throwing. The market is like life. It will throw as much shit at the lemons at you as possible, but it's your job now to every time it throws a lemon, you bat it back, slap it back, say, hey, I don't want this. Look, this is not. When it throws losses at you, you send back money and you say, I don't want your loss. Like I don't like that. Give me something. Give me something. And then the market is like a child. It would reject, and then okay, here you go, dad. And some days it's nice. It's like, look, hey you, hey you. But some days it's a little bit childish. It's like it gets stubborn sometimes. Like, yeah, it gets stubborn, but your goal is to stick by it and say, hey, I'm not leaving until you give me what I want. Give me what I want, or I'm not leaving. So the more money you have, the better. You have $100,000, even better. This is practice account, so I'm trying to build wealth. Yeah, I'm trying to show you how to make money. Slowly but surely, one step at a time, one trade at a time, 1 second at a time, 1 minute at a time, 1 hour at a time, 1 day at a time, 1 year at a time, 1 decade at a time, 1 century at a time, 1 millennium at a time, infinity, baby. To the moon, right? So we wait, last trade loss, we buy here for 3, then I don't think you could predict the market, right? The market is very unpredictable. You don't know what the hell going on here. I don't care how long you spent in the market. I've seen professionals do technical analysis for hours and still make the trade, and it just goes directly in the opposite direction because the human mind has prejudices and the human mind makes mistakes, right? So you cannot think that you're gonna get everything perfect. That's not how it works. You move towards failure and you hope for failure in the hopes of not in the hopes of knowing that the more you fail is easier just for you to win. Logically. Right. And this is numbers. Numbers literally represents logic. Look, there's numbers here. This is operated by numbers. These are charts. I can literally change this to lines, right? It's operated by numbers. So you see that it's up 7, 6, 5. Literally numbers counting down, but don't go charts. Stay candles. 5 seconds and you'll be fine. Right, 6. Then we go 13. And so info, this is negative 0.4 change. Okay, so I should probably move to EURGBP or AUD USD. AUD is kind of beautiful at this time. Either one of them, the change is beautiful. So I mean, I could stay in EURUSD, nothing's wrong with it. But you want to stick to the changes, the session changes are actually moving, not the ones that are basically staying the same place over and over and over. Those kind of suck. Anyways, we'll win this trade, win this session, and then we'll see where we get to. This is down, right? So yeah, that's what happens when it's not moving. It just rallies in the same place, up and down, over and over and over. You see, it's been in the same place for a very long time, but to not fair, knowing that your indicators will give you what you need, you just have to stay in it and trade patiently, right? One trade at a time, right? So you see that we have a 1, 2, 3, 4 rally. This would be the fourth rally, and we would sooner win. The idea is to stay in it and know that you will win. I will win, just watch. I will win, just watch. I will win, just watch. Right? Constantly telling yourself that 6, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 27 for our buy. 27 loses, we do 58. Right? And which we just wait patiently. And whatever outcome we get, we trade again. I don't care. You cannot care. The market does not care about your emotions, so you should not care about what the market does. It's just a matter of not fearing and not doubting and knowing that you already put the steps in place to get what you want, right? Yeah. So yeah, another trade. 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. It's down, right? 58. So down. And then if 58 loses, we do 123. So know that like it's inevitable to win. There's no way you lose everything as long as you have a substantial amount of money to back you up, right? And you just wait and trade patiently, simply put. Right? Okay, 58 lost, that's okay, that's fine. We have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You see, it's like tennis. The market plays with you, right? Market is fun. It's actually very fun to be in the market, right? And this is how beautiful this trading method is. It's you will win, you will win. And it's life. As long as you keep showing up every day, you will win. Showing up every minute, every hour, you will win. There's no other choice than to win. Right, so here we do 123 for our buy because CCI is up, RSI is up, right? And then we go, if 123 loses, we do 261, right? And that barely scratches the surface of our 10,000. And as you can see, the beauty of this method, right? 58, 58, 50, 60, 70, 80, 98, 98 and 6, 98 and 10 is 108, 8, 9, 10, 11, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, $4.15. Nice. So in order to avoid the longer rallies, because you know longer rallies are, you're like scared, you go in the shorter time frames, the ones that actually move. The session change order is actually 0.4. So we go to AUD USD and we sell. right here because you can see the USD is actually, well, I mean, the session change here is 0.42. Haha, that's funny. Like the hourly change, I see the hourly change here says boom, whatever, but 30, 52%. But when you click info and you see the session change, you see the actual session change. So, yeah, know that you will win no matter what. I mean, should not have broken not changing the currency pair streaks because it kind of looks aesthetically pleasing to know that you only trade one currency pair and one currency pair only. But switch it up a bit. You could trade a currency pair based on where you're at. If you're in Europe, you trade, Great British Pound because it's your dollar. You want to put money into your country and into your state, wherever, your coin, boost your country, boost your economy. You trade money there. If you're in, you know, Australia, the Australian dollar versus the US dollar, Europe versus the Great British Pound, literally just staying on the European continent. European continent, right? EURUSD, the European dollar versus the US dollar, USD JPY. And this is just modern day trade with the European um exports and stuff because if you could read here, it shows how many US dollars can be converted into 1 euro. The so it's your job. If you put your money into the markets, then you basically, I'll explain it to you after we make this trade. We'll go back and we'll explain it. Right. So we sell here, right? So we go info, not even info. We go here, we go. So we on, let's say EURUSD, right? This shows how many US dollars can be converted into 1 euro, right? The US imports 10% of Eurozone's total exports, whereas Eurozone imports 19.2% of United States total exports. The largest component of Eurozone's exports are machinery, nuclear reactor, boiler products, and vehicles, whereas the U.S. largest exports components are machinery, nuclear reactor, boiler products, and vehicles, whereas the U.S. you know and electrical components. Right? So whatever. It's just exports. It's just comparing exports and the US dollar today. So you're basically doing modern day trade. That's why it's called trading or binary options trading because it's basically this is what your countries use and this is actually your country's economy. So like the Nasdaq or the S&P 500, you see that the S&P 500 is filled with US businesses and US stuff. So you buy the S&P 500 with your buy, let's say you buy the S&P 500 for 10,000. That is then split into different stocks, and based on how those stocks move, you get a return, right? And did I just lose and then do a dollar again? It's okay because we do 91. So basically, we just be in $2 loss, which we make back our $2 136. So yeah, I mean we continue the trend of following up. So 1 1, that's 2. So we just represent it as the 136. So that would have been 3 and 3 would have lost. So we follow up with a 6. And then we go from 6, we do 13. We follow our sequence regardless, right? This is our sequence. 1 3 6 13 27, right? And then so on and so forth. As you can see here. And this is why it's more risky to trade at this time because in the daytime, at 8 to 11 in the day, you wouldn't get results like this. Like I was trading earlier today, and let me show you the results I was getting. Like from 9 to 10 right here. You see that the 40C went was up to 58. So you know the vibe. You know the vibes. You know the vibes, bro. So I want you to spread positivity, spread this video, like, comment, subscribe, you know the vibes, like, comment, subscribe. The video is not finished yet, but you understand that this is extremely beautiful, and I know you do like it, because if you're a trader, you would understand how crazy this is, because nobody trades like this. Who trades like this? Nobody understands that this is so amazing that you could just literally multiply wealth and increase wealth over time. And I could trade like this from now until, let's say, I'm tired or my computer dies, or if I'm on a desktop, then I could just trade like this for the whole day, or I could actually automate this. And yeah, you get the idea. You get the idea. Chilling, one trade just lost. You know, 91 cents per minute. That has a beautiful ring to it. 5, we buy here for 3, 136. It's a whole system out here, and you have to believe in yourself, okay? Like, that's my advice to you. My advice to you is not this trading method. This trading method is just a bonus. The actual advice comes in the form of me telling you that you need to believe in yourself. You need to stop fearing, stop doubting yourself. You need to start taking action regardless of what you have. Look, I'm trading, showing you this great method. My mic is not yet the best, but it will be the best soon, you know. And I was waiting until I got everything in line to trade, and show you the method. But there's no reason to wait. Time is way too short. What if I died, bro? What if I died and never got the opportunity to show you this? What if I waited too long, right? And you have to understand that time is all we have, and time to the humans are very finite, but it's up to us to make it infinite, right? It's up to us to do what we see and do what we talk about, because everything stems from thought. The first car stems from a thought. The first airplane stems from a thought, right? It's not necessarily impossible that humans can fly, right? Or humans can't live forever, or we cannot create Eden. The Eden we write and talk about, we cannot create it. Right? We can. It's up to us, because we first think about it, put it in thought, and then we're able to fully manufacture what that is. Right? So yeah, slowly but surely, one trade at a time. Right? We buy here for $1, and we go up to 3. As you can see, our last trade one, we made $1.47, which is very good. And so we actually are going to stop at what time did we start at? Started at 2:59. Basically 3 o'clock, so we're gonna stop at 3:30. Right, we're currently at 3:21, so it's a matter of patience and waiting, and one trade at a time. Like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Like, comment, subscribe. Like. You haven't liked the video yet. Go down and like it, and subscribe. Turn on post notifications, because it only gets better for me. Right? Only up for me. And you cannot be afraid of failure, bro. Like, this trading method works by not being afraid of failure. You cannot be afraid that the next trade go lose. Like, it will win. You will win. You will win. As long as the only time you lose is if you stop. It's the only time you lose with life, not just with this trading method. In life, the only time you lose at what you do is if you stop and you give up. You can never give up, no matter the score. I perfectly saw that and people don't understand that, but we was playing football, right? Not primary school, secondary school, grade final farm football, right? And our team was down. We were down 4-0, and it was like last 20 minutes of the game, and you saw that the boys was like, we cannot lose. Right? That's what our team talk was like. We cannot lose. Like we have to push beyond our limits. And you saw that in the last few minutes of the game that everybody started playing to kill. We started playing not just to play, but we started playing to win. The Mamba mindset. Kobe Bryant talk about it. Mike Tyson talk about it. You have to be willing to die for what you want. And you saw that the moment the second half, the after we had the team talk when we started, scored one goal, right? And then it was like we was up, they was up four, we was up one, right? So it was 4-1. And then you saw that the same mentality as they tapped the ball, took it, and we went and we scored another goal, and it was 2-4. And then we scored another goal, now it's 3-4, and then we scored another goal, now it's 4-4, and then we scored another goal. Now it was beautiful because the whole time we was playing basically weak, we was limiting ourselves because we doubted and we feared. But then we decided that we were willing to die for it. We didn't care what the outcome was. We were going to put our all into it, right? We didn't care what the outcome was. We were willing to put our all into it, right? Look, we were willing to put our all into it, right? Every dollar, every dime, we were willing to go to the depths of hell to get what we want. We wasn't willing to stay where we were. We were not willing to lose, right? We were willing to literally lose everything before we lost. Lose our legs, break our legs. We were willing to sacrifice everything before we lost, right? And that is the idea. The idea is to keep going, keep pushing until you get what you want. And if you don't get what you want, you cannot stop. The only time you stop is when you get what you want. I will only stop when I win. I will only quit when I win. I will not quit along the way, along the journey. I will quit when I win. Imagine you're diving, right? You dive very deep, and now it's time to come back up, right? And you're coming back up, and after diving, swimming, it's like a deep depths, but you have to make it back to the surface in order to breathe, right? And you decided that, hey, I'm not yet at the top. I'm just gonna give up and call it inevitable and just sink, and you'll die, bro. But the idea is not to die. The idea is to keep swimming until you hit the top. Just keep swimming, just keep swimming, just keep swimming, just keep swimming. There's only one thing that comes from that. There's only one thing that comes from that probability. Nobody's 100% unlucky. Nobody's 100%, you know, the worst at anything. Probability. You are the best. Tell yourself you are the best every single day. You are the best. Feed your mind with positivity. This is how it works. Like the infinity sign. Today we have a 9. Yesterday we had an 8. Right? But if you know how the 8 works, and I'll put the 8 on the screen soon after we make this trade. So we buy for 6 because everything is up. Right? But so the 8 is like the infinity sign, right? But imagine the infinity sign laying down. Just, so your mind starts at the top. Whatever you think negative thoughts is going to be fed into your body, and then your body determines your actions. Negative thoughts is going to be in your actions, right? And then it's going to fuel your mind, and then your mind is going to fuel. So it creates a negativity spiral, a negativity loop, right? But if you feed your mind positivity and positive thoughts and positive affirmations every day, there's only one thing that comes from that, right? Greatness, greatness. I will be the best. I will be the very best every single day. Nobody shall amount to me, right? I will be the best. I will be the very best at what I do. The absolute best, right? Nobody shall be on my level. Everybody is behind me, beneath me. I am the best. Every day you feel yourself. I'm going to switch this from 1 to 2 and trade with $2 instead of $1 because $2 would build wealth faster. You could do it yourself. You could go here, what's your percentage, and trade accordingly. But the more losses, the better for me. Yeah. So you need to maximize your potential. Understand that you are the best. And you are God in a static motion. We have 3 more minutes to get this done. The greatest share method. I'm releasing parts until we go to the moon. Alright, to the moon, baby. To the moon, to the moon, to the moon, to the moon. very best at what we do, and we buy here for $1, $1, right? And I feel as if everything is actually interlinked. That's the metaverse. If you've ever heard about the metaverse, this is the metaverse. Right? The ability to showcase your skill and showcase what you have on the internet, right? So, you feel me? This has been very good, very great, very amazing, very awesome. For your mind, for your bodies, for your soul, right? Open your mind. The only reason why you put limits on yourself is because you've been programmed to think so. You are gods. Every single one of you, every person here in this video, you are a god. You wanna know why you're a god? Because every drawing of a god, every depiction of God, every religion, every thought, everything, time you think about God, he has a head, he has arms, he has legs, he has an eye, right? He has a mind just like yourself, right? The only difference is that gods believe in themselves. That's the only difference. God believes that they are gods and nothing less. Zeus knows that he's omnipotent. So he's going to act and behave as such. The moment you doubt yourself, you fail, right? And you cannot doubt. Doubt and fear are the mind killers, right? You have to understand that fully. So yeah, we'll finish this rally right here, and we'll call it the end of the trading. Like, comment, subscribe, comment, tell me where you're from, tell me what you want to be, put it in these comments. Say I am going to be great, I am going to be powerful, I'm going to be the smartest. Come, I actually want competition. Compete with me, bro. Show me that I am not the only one worthy of becoming God. Show me, every single one of you. Show me. Do not doubt yourselves. Do not say, I don't know what I want to be. You know exactly where you want to be. You know exactly what you don't want to do with your life, so you know exactly where you want to go. And the idea is to hold on to what you want to do. You could literally be anything. You can literally just settle. Well, it's not even settling if that's your passion. Settle for your passion, and whatever your passion is, you do your passion, right? You have a passion to be the greatest footballer on the planet, then settle for that. Do that. Become the greatest footballer on the planet. Nobody's less than the other. You want to be the greatest cleaner on the planet, settle for that. Do the greatest cleaner on the planet, because we need people to do these things, but be the best at it, right? Be the best at what you do. So we won this trade, and we start this morning at 10,177. We only trade for 30-ish minutes. So yeah, right? We stopped at 3:30. Yeah, it's 31 minutes, right? So yeah, so it's trading session 6. Like, comment, subscribe, believe in yourself, believe that you are capable of doing anything, and that's what you're gonna do. Share love, share positivity. This has been your host, Jamoy Foy.